this place is amazing. I am in Badlands National Park, and it's weird because when you look out over that way, it sort of resembles the Grand Canyon. But when you look at these little column mounds up close, it just looks like somebody put a bunch of mud in a bowl and stirred it around. And yes, I know what that looks like because when I was a kid I used to do that. But that's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. But this is Badlands National Park, South Dakota. And it's crazy because there's trees down there. And check everything out, but I wanted to show you from up here first. All over the park they have these signs that say watch out for bighorn sheep. And right here you can actually smell the bighorn sheep come through here. It's pretty cool. But I thought I'd get a little closer to the edge so I could look over and show you. This is incredible. That just looks like mud. It looks like if you went and pushed them or squished them with your finger, they'd fall over. Pretty crazy. But yeah, all this muddy water stuff here smells like sheep pee. Alright, I'm going further down. Look at that. Then you look over and there's tons of juniper bushes down there. Pretty incredible. See what's on the other side. Amazing place. It's so weird. And I hope there's some place where you can get close enough to touch that. This is pretty cool. At this spot, this is as close as I can get. And I'm sort of like on top of one of these mounds. See, there's my feet. And you could actually see where water runs off. So I think these mounds over here are just giant puddles of mud that are slowly being eroded away. But it is really, really freaking cool. Look at that. Let me zoom into that one for you. Crazy, right? And over there you see like a giant crack in one. But I don't want to get too close because it does appear these can be kind of unstable. Look at that. Crazy. And the trail is over here. But you can see that people do step off of it. And there's no signs that say not to. So, I don't know. But it's beautiful. Pretty dang amazing. It's sort of like the Grand Canyon, but extremely different. Like, you can tell that these are not rock. These are like piles of muddy dirt. Like, look right there. Isn't that crazy? Sorry, but I'm sort of dumbfounded by this one. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. And it's like mud, but with like some gritty sort of pebbles or dirt in it. And here you can definitely see where it's eroding away. And they made a wooden walkway to support it. But look at those boys, isn't that awesome? Just incredibly amazing. Look at that. And you can see the runoff down there. So those are all like mud and then red mud. And then where I'm standing is white, but you can see like that there's some big granite type stones in it. And then look out there. And then look at this. You can see all this falling apart. It's pretty amazing, but you can tell that the bighorn sheep come up here because there's poop everywhere, which makes you think. See, you can see these parts have rocks. That's why I'm up here. But I don't know so much about getting closer to the edge. Just saying. See, and you can see that one has like the mud around it, and then it's like the mud clears away and there is granite in there. But who would know? You wouldn't know. But this is, God, look at that. Just freaking incredible. And this flat part that I'm on, this goes on and on and on. So that's why I don't mind walking up here. Look, tons of poop. No wonder it smells like poop. Oh, there's poop everywhere. But holy cow. And it just goes on and on and on. Just like the Grand Canyon does. But it doesn't appear that any of these edges are deeper. Beautiful. Just stunningly gorgeous. And that's where all the people are and where the walkway is. But it's just so pretty. And there's no sign saying you can't come down here. So that's why I'm down here. It's like there's no block off, and it sort of looks like roads, like where tire tracks were. But then when you take a closer look at them, it's not tire tracks. It must be like where the sheep follow each other or where humans are following each other. But I'm going to walk a little further out and see where this takes me, because it does sort of look like a path. But to be honest, when I got here, I haven't looked at the trail map yet. I will find a trail to hike, but I have not looked at the trail map yet because I just got here and saw this. So pulled over. But it's beautiful. And then look, I'm on this edge and there's more juniper and it smells wonderful. It smells just great. But then look, it looks like it's gonna thin out over here. Holy cow! And then it goes back down. Look at that. I'm driving through the Badlands right now. And it's weird because now you see like a different kind of peak, and they sort of look like they have caves in them, but it's not. It's from where it rained and it just made these giant holes, and then they wear away and then they separate. Pretty damn cool. The place is beautiful. Gotta come out here. Badlands, South Dakota. Incredible. And it's weird because some of them, they have different colors where the erosion lines are, and then look at those sharp peaks over there. Apparently I took a wrong turn, and now that I've just barely got to the Badlands National Park, I'm now leaving Badlands National Park, which is crazy because right over there, if I zoom out, is a herd of buffalo. And that is a dirt road that leads to either the Indian reservation or some private property. But what I did was I came down because I wanted to go into the valley of the Badlands. So I was way up there on top of all those pillars, and now I'm down in the valley where we saw the grass. There I am, stopped on the side of the road. I guess I could zoom out a little bit. And I'm the only one down here, because this is what happens when I travel sometimes. I get myself lost. I would love to go out there and check that out, because that definitely is a herd of buffalo. But I'm not into trespassing anymore so much. That's a monarch butterfly I'm following with the phone. Because this is South Dakota, everybody's armed, and I don't know what's what, and I don't want to make anybody mad. So I'm going to turn around, head back down that road that looks like it leads straight into those mountains, and go back into the Badlands, because that is crazy that just out here in the middle of nowhere is leaving Badlands National Park. I decided to record entering back in because it just is phenomenally beautiful. Look at this valley, and you can see all the different colors in the mounds. There's lots of people over here picnicking to my left, and that's why I thought it was just more of the park until I got to the end of that road. But now we'll go back up onto the mountains where you can see cars. But do you see how some of those mountains or mounds or whatever you want to call them are like a green, and then a mustard yellow, then a bright yellow, and then a red? I'm going to have to read up on why this does this, but it's beautiful. Get over how unusual this is. It's just so weird. And it's weird to me because it looks like that's where I was, where the mustard yellow and red is. But it looks so fragile. Like a heavy rain and these things are just going to disappear. Which I'm sure in the heavy rains, a lot of them do, because you can see the trails of the runoff. Well, I'm going to go check out some more. I think I might actually camp here overnight. It's just so pretty and peaceful and not crowded at all. Now this is what's super unusual. I'm back in the grasslands part of the Badlands National Park. And I've got to figure out why it's called the Badlands, because it's really, really beautiful. But this grass out here is super soft. It makes you just want to go lay down in it, except for the fact that there probably are snakes out there. And it's a lot taller than you would think it is. But I mean, just look at this drive. By the way, there is a lot of bighorn sheep poop everywhere, but I have not seen the bighorn sheep stopping on my trip. My Fitbit does not work really. It's like does half the work, but not all the work. It says it's like 10:30 now, and it's really got to be around 3 or 4. I don't know what's happened to it. I keep trying to reset it. I don't even know why I'm whining about it on a video about the Badlands. Ooh, but maybe that's what happens at the Badlands is things don't give you the right time. I don't know. Maybe that's. But look at how beautiful this valley is. Look at that. Just stunningly gorgeous. And it's weird because it gives you the appearance we're flat, but we're actually up. And if you look out onto the right, you can see how high up I am from the actual valley, but there's a valley up here too, on the left. Very crazy. See a few small bodies of water down there on the right. I don't know. I can't wait to see, and I'm sort of anxious to see what well, not really anxious, I don't know what the word is, but I guess excited to see what the campground looks like. If it's going to be in a valley, or if it's going to be by the ridges, or if there's going to be wildlife by it. So far I haven't seen any wildlife. I've seen lots of fowl, and they're strange because there's one little black and white one sort of look like they could have been ducks, but I'm not sure. I love birds, but I can't see or pay attention enough to know what's what. But I just love watching them. Here's another cool viewpoint. I'm going to pull over and check it out. Oh, and it looks like it looks out over to where I saw those buffaloes, but that's not part of the park. It does look out after that. Ooh, I gotta go check that out. Bye, guys. So there's the cool grass that I keep telling you about that's super soft. Then there's the mounds or ridges. And there's where I saw those buffalo before. This is called Homestead Overlook because it overlooks that, but I just talked to these people starting up that truck, and they say that is a herd of bison out there, but they don't know how you get down to there. So hopefully I can figure it out. Like I told you, it was that one dirt road, and you can see the dirt road off in the distance, but it doesn't mean I can chase the buffalo all the way out there. Let's go over to the edge and see what we can see. Out past that water is a huge herd of buffalo, but these people that were just here told me that that's all protected land. That's why they're all the way out there. So I can't get to them, which is fine. And this is actually called Homestead Overlook because back in the day, the early 1900s, people tried to make homesteads here, and they actually called them starvation homesteads because these people got starved out. There wasn't enough food here to support a family, which is crazy because the picture they have on the thing about the homesteads is like 6 women and 2 men, so I don't know how all that work got done, but they weren't able to survive. They actually had to sell them and move on. And they were difficult to sell because nobody wanted a homestead they couldn't produce. And this right here is actually, let me see if I can zoom back out. This is a hiking trail that is closed right now. So it goes and it curves down there. They said it's closed because it hasn't had winter maintenance done. And over here is a sign that actually talks a little bit about that, but does not say that one's closed. The ranger guy told those guys that were going to hike it that it was closed. But this sign just says it's not maintained in the winter. But I like that they put these signs out. It says, no winter maintenance, trail may be icy, snow-covered, or slippery. Travel at your own risk. No matter how far you see. I'm the only one out here again. This is bizarre to me because it is spring, and I am running into a lot more travelers and RVers on the road, but I still end up in places where it's just me, which I've discovered is more common because I'm always lost. But whatever, I'm enjoying it. Going down this hill makes it look like you're going into the abyss. Pretty cool and crazy at the same time. I can't wait till I'm old and I try to remember this stuff and I get to sit back and just watch the videos and see. Okay, I went to this cool place in South Dakota once called the Badlands. And I don't know why it was called the Badlands, but it had all kinds of neat topography. Oh, and those things I keep calling valleys, they're not valleys, they're prairies. And they're full of prairie dogs. Duh. Should have figured that one out. But such is life. It's just nice to drive and look around and see how pretty and cool and unique everything is. Oh, another pull out. Check that out. on one of them. And way out there, there's people, so there must be a trail. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go check it out. Last time you saw mud crack and peel like that, I probably haven't seen that in 20, 30 years. When those ones lift up, who was a kid who'd pick those up, pretend they were food when you were playing house or playing fort in the backyard. This is pretty cool. This is where they have found fossils of different kind of cats that are bigger than domestic cats, and different kind of dogs that are smaller and longer than domestic dogs. But several dog breeds were in existence way back when they found some of these fossils. It's pretty cool. There's some sort of football team out here. Nebraska football or some nonsense. But that's nice that their coaches brought them out here because they're all traveling together. And it might be two different teams. There's a blue team and a red team. But I know for sure one of them was Nebraska. And there's all kinds of beware of rattlesnake signs over here. So, I don't know how snakes dig through here. But they might. Oh, look at that ginormous tumbleweed. I guess they can dig through the softer stuff. But I don't know. They're all over Arizona desert, so they must dig through something somehow. But I thought I'd see a fossil on this trail. But there aren't any. There's castings of them, which I'll show you in just a second. See, look at that. And that's pretty cool because these look like they're a cross between a reindeer and a donkey and a small pony. And it shows you how big they were compared to a reindeer. But there's been fossils found all over here. And then here is an alligator. Look at that. Pretty cool. Well, this trail into there requires a backcountry registration. So I think I'm going to go see what that entails at the campground, because it looks like it would be pretty nice. Castle Trail has Saddle Pass 2, Door Window 6, and Notch Trail 6. That's what I was going to do, but I didn't see anything that said I needed the backcountry registration until now. Which, by the way, I don't mind them asking for that, because then they know you're out there. And they make you, most of the parks, like when I did it last year at Teddy Roosevelt Park, they make you sign in when you go in and make you sign out when you go out, so they know you went in and they know you came out. Pretty cool. But I'm going to see what that takes, and I'll have to do that tomorrow then, because I need to move it along down the road. Bye!